Welcome back. And in last month's edition of Better Homes and Gardens, they were warning against memes and social media tips in general regarding gardening, but specifically focusing about using banana peel as a fertilizer, and dug into why that might not be the best idea. Like any plant material, they do contain potassium, but if they're not dried, they are 80% water. But fresh or dried, they say they won't add significant amounts. The biggest downside to using banana peels raw into pots as fertilizer is that rotting organic matter can attract fruit flies, gnats, and yes, even cockroaches. The article recommends best practices involve putting them in your compost with any other kitchen scraps instead, and using a balanced commercial fertilizer with equal amounts of nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus, which they suggest will work both better and faster. Dana writes in from Batavia. She says she loves a garden segment, thank you so much, and has a problem with weeds and wondering how she can get rid of them for good. But it's also safe for dogs and kids she has in her yard. She says they have been a real nuisance, as we can see by what she calls an embarrassing photo. But nah, do not consider it embarrassing at all. Weeds happen to all of us, and those of us with kids and the four-legged variety of furry friends, they also have a pretty full plate already, so do not feel bad at all. You can start to claim that area back by setting the mower at the lowest possible setting when you're doing that spot around the tree. Especially repeatedly doing that alone will drain the plant of a lot of energy. Then a natural remedy for spraying on there is super easy to make, has only 4 ingredients you likely already have in your kitchen: vinegar, water, salt, and a bit of dish soap. It's about 2 cups vinegar to 1 cup water, a bit of that salt, and the dish soap that makes it easier to stick to the plant and get into the plant bits as well. So put them in an empty spray bottle, get really close to give those weeds a quick shot of the mixture. Be careful though, because it can affect plants right around it. You can also pull them up yourself, which granted is a huge pain, especially on your back. Though when I was a kid, when my dad was refinishing the floors, he paid us a penny for every nail and staple we pulled from the floor where he ripped up that wall-to-wall carpeting. So we got quite the labor force for only about $5 or so. So you can employ that trick to get your kids to recognize and rip up weeds too, for really just a pocket full of change. Rich writes in from Woodstock, says he had a lawn service company give some of his woodland plant or woody plants herbicide damage, which he says you can see in the curly leaves or on a serviceberry and the ginkgo tree, and he wants to see what he can do to fix it, if anything. Well, first and foremost, sorry to hear about that plant damage. Unfortunately, not a whole lot you can do once the damage is done. Now, among the best practices I could find suggest a 3-step process of rinsing foliage thoroughly with water to remove pesticides and potentially mitigate further absorption, remove any severely damaged leaves to encourage new growth, and in 3, in watching that new growth and how it comes in, or if it does at all, it will indicate whether that plant can survive the post-exposure. Then I take that extra step to make sure those plants are particularly tended to in terms of water and nutrients for the rest of our usually dry and hot summers. And personally, I would rethink using a company that uses pesticides at all, especially when they don't seem to understand the idea of pesticide drift and how it can affect the surrounding areas you want to have pesticide on them. But that's up to each individual homeowner to decide how much of a resource-intense lawn they actually really need. And I don't know if this particular meme is hilarious or a tad cruel, or it probably says more about me than anything, but on a clip on Instagram certainly got my attention last week. Now, copper strips have been often used to fend off snail attacks on your plants, but poster EOReels went and posted a video of one going one step further by electrifying the copper strips with a 9-volt battery. The result seems effective, if not a little bit mean, but it still made me laugh either way. If you've got any gardening questions, I'd love to hear them. Just email me here at the station. Let me know where you live and send me pics of your problem plants as well. Coming up next week, more of your garden questions answered. And coming up next, though, we've got your top stories and another look at the forecast.